just a brief about our work, what is our mother organization, because we are an international institution of the German Adult Education Association in Germany. So this is the biggest network of adult education centers in Germany who provide lifelong learning opportunities and continuous education in the different areas for everyone. It doesn't matter what educational background and age. So we are working in many countries, I think worldwide now about 35 countries. Our key mandates, from what we received from our ministry in Germany, is to support adult education structural strengthening. So this means we engage in development countries and support them to establish a well-functioning adult education system that responds actually to the needs of learners. And it does not stop at the formal education, it goes beyond that and beyond the age of school children. So in Tanzania we engaged in 2021. And I would like to talk a bit about our journey, but before that, for sure, I have to acknowledge the high table, the guest of honor from the Ministry of Education. We have also His Excellency, the German Ambassador to Tanzania. This chair is still empty, but we are informed that the German Ambassador will join us. So we are waiting and expecting him soon. Then we have the Assistant Director of the Adult Education section at the PORAL. Welcome. We have the Chairperson of the Council of the Institute of Adult Education. Thank you for coming. For sure, I also mentioned the head of the Development Partners Group. Welcome, and then let me continue with Director of the Institute of Adult Education, all participants here from academia, civil society, from other representatives, I would say, from the Ministry of Education, PORAL, at regional and district level. I mentioned the civil society organization, but also practitioners, learners who are joining us here in the conference. Ladies and gentlemen. So, I first of all want to warmly welcome you to this official launching and dissemination conference of the revised ICBAE Programme, Integrated Community-Based Adult Education Program. Many of you know it under the term UKEJA. It's not a new program, isn't it? Yes, so I will come back to why we decided to conduct the revision on which development this is based. But before that, I just would like to say it's a 2-day conference which we are conducting in cooperation with the Institute of Adult Education. We want not only launch this revised program, we would also create a platform for 2 days where we can learn more about the content, the implementation structure of the program. We would like to engage with you in discussion, get your feedback, comments, concerns and questions. Let me see, so we are glad actually to have achieved this milestone today. And I remember when we started here in Tanzania and we engaged with different stakeholders, they were always telling us, UKEJA, ICBAE, this is one of the strong pillars here of the education sector in Tanzania. It is relevant. But when we look at the different levels of implementation, we somehow could not really see the clear picture of its actual implementation. So this is where the journey began, we engaged with different stakeholders, key stakeholders in the adult education sector. We started activities along the ICBAE International System Strengthening Approach. We assessed different programs which are running under the youth and adult education profile, and compared it with the actual socio-economic situation and the needs and demands of learners. One conference we reached, the ICBAE program is relevant because it brings learning in different areas, basic education, literacy, skills development, to a wider group of the population in the rural communities who have not easy access to any form of learning. But, and however, several changes and structural reforms have affected the implementation over time, because ICBAE has been implemented for a very long time actually, since 1997. And when we compare it with our work in other countries like Uganda, Ethiopia, where we work here in the East African region, we can see there are so many promising components already implemented in a program of this early stage. So when I compare it with other countries, they started maybe from the 2010. So it is really a great achievement to have this program, but yeah, there are challenges which need to be addressed, and this is what the group of stakeholders decided. Let's take this program, upgrade it to make it competence-based curriculum, to have clear implementation guidelines, what also perform within the new education and training policy, what responds to the vision of the country, and definitely what is needs-based, oriented, and really respond to the learners' needs. Against this background, we have started the review task force, and they have engaged very strongly in that process, especially last year, and I would like to mention some of the members, not with names, that would be very difficult for me, I have to say. But there were representatives from the Ministry of Education, and not only from the basic education sector department, but also from Tibet, who joined us. Thank you very much. And for sure, the Institute of Adult Education, we were very close and strongly cooperating, but we had also representatives from the PIORAL, from not only the ministry, but the regional and district level, from our partner regions, Dodoma and Coast. So we have some representatives here. And TENMED for sure was also part of this process, University of Dar es Salaam, and also the folk development colleges and civil society were represented. So we engaged in a very intensive process. Now we have the revised ICBAE program, and the new program is relevant. So it is based on the international agenda of lifelong learning, transformative education. It provides learning opportunities outside the formal education system for those most marginalized and disadvantaged, who are in need to have accessible learning opportunities to cope with the fast-changing world, but also for the personal development, find income and employment. ICBAE program can be an essential tool. It enables young people and adults who have not completed school or have completed school but still have not found the full education qualification to receive literacy, basic education, skills and competence development. The REFLECT methodology, what is supporting and the solid foundation of the functional literacy, is embedded in the different learning components components and areas. So the upgraded learning components are pre-vocational skills, entrepreneurship and business skills, agriculture and livestock, health and hygiene, civic education, and life skills. The new ICBAE program is learner-centered and demand-driven, fosters critical thinking and problem-solving skills. This is part of the REFLECT methodology itself. And it integrates topics on gender equity, inclusion, environmental awareness, and digitalization. So DVV is supporting the implementation, and this will continue. The program, so what we have is on one hand the program guidelines, which we are launching today. We have newly developed facilitators guides. And I think our
basi mwambie asikilizie, nikitoka hapa nampigia.
Table, they find them in front of them.
Nakwambiaje, kama dakika 5 au 10 hapa kuna kipengele nakifanya, nikitoka na kupigia.
First round of trainings of community facilitators and also capacitated master trainers at national level to now conduct the training of trainers at different level. The district adult education officers are now newly trained TOTs. They are also capacitated in monitoring and coordination of the program. Yeah, and training manuals, piloted training manuals are available. So what we also supported, and I think this is a very strong component of the ICBAE program, it always is about how do you reach out to the community, how can you make learning attractive? And I think one key experience, or I think all of us know, it must be relevant for the learner, not only for the country. So I think community learning centers as one place where the community can easily access and find now experts from the district or ward level who can provide them with knowledge on, for example,